Hey, this is Alistair, and I'm here with one of my alters, Jukka. His full name being Jukka Jaeger. And if that sounds kind of familiar, it's because we got the same surname. And the reason why we got the same surname is because Jukka is actually my dad. Yeah. And you know how I said in Salem's video that, me and Salem talk the same because, Salem's my older brother? Well, my dad, he does not talk the same way that I talk. He talks differently than me, and that's because I didn't grow up with them. So, yeah. Anyways, without further ado, let's get on with the show. Who are you?
Hello, my name's Jukka. I've been an alter in the Vukasin system since the year 2010. I'm human. I'm 45 years old, and my gender pronouns are he, his, him.
I know how pretty much everybody who's come out on one of these things have all said that their gender pronouns are he, his, him, and that's because, the Vukasin system is a transgendered man, transsexual man. We're trans. I'm gonna say that a lot because it's always gonna be true. And also, I got autism, and I'm thinking that one of my symptoms is the fact that I tend to repeat stuff a lot. I don't know. It's just something I've noticed. But so yeah, the main reason why I even had the prompt say like include your gender pronouns as far as the who are you question thing goes is because my alters who came out to do this, some of them were guys and some of them were non-binaries, also known as closures. And for them, they have different gender pronouns besides he or she. Theirs are z's or zam. And so I wanted to like make a difference. I mean, to have them be distinct from each other, like take Matsuri and Ellis, for example. Those two are siblings, but Matsuri is a boy, so his pronouns are he, him, and Ellis is a Kojira, so their pronouns are zizam. You feel me? Which alters are your favorites?
Me kids.
Dad, you technically answered the question, but you didn't exactly say who your kids are. Like, obviously, everybody should know by the fact that I'm calling you Dad that I'm one of your kids, but you got others besides me. Okay, so, like I said, there's me, there's my older brother Simon. Me and Simon are biological brothers. Me and Salem, we're not. We were, the only reason why we're brothers is due to adoption. So yeah, me and Simon have the same dad, but my dad is not Salem's dad. He's not related to him at all, actually. And speaking of adoption, my dad actually adopted 3 daughters. Well, I don't know about the last one, but it's iffy whether you want to consider that one adoption or not. Anyways, so yeah, his 3 daughters, their names are Sirenetta, Christabella, and Marinette. And, I don't know, for privacy and or safety reasons, I won't say why it's iffy whether or not Marinette should be considered adopted or not. So yeah, he's probably gonna get mad at me if I talk about it because, he's like an aggro daddy, especially when it comes to his girls. And Marinette is the youngest, so yeah. Which alters are your least favorites?
The bloody nighthawk.
It's not at all that I got anything.
AKA Cloak. Yeah, my dad and Cloak are actually somewhat childhood friends, I guess. I mean, they met when they were like teenagers, so I'm not sure if that still counts as being childhood friends or not, but yeah. And they weren't exactly besties, let's just put it at that. They both kind of screwed each other over lots of times. So, as bitter as Dad wants to be towards Cloak, I mean, he's not exactly innocent either. Neither of them are. They've both done some pretty messed up stuff to each other. And yeah, that's why he picked them. How do you contribute to the Vukasin system?
Honestly, Alistair, you're gonna be asking me that now? I ain't the faintest fucking idea how I contribute to the Vukasin system. I'm a father. I got kids. I don't put up with nobody's shit. I'm right aggressive. Go on the attack anytime any of my kids feel threatened. That includes you, Alistair. And yeah, can't really think of anything anything more specific than that. Suppose you can call me somewhat of a protector, but yeah, as good as I got.
Hey, my dad totally used one of those system label thingamabobbers. Nah, I'm just kidding. I said before that I didn't want to label my alters or put any of them like into little boxes and say, oh, you do this so that makes you a blank type thing last time. But if any of them feel the need to be like, oh, I do this so that makes me a blank, then they're free to do that. That's totally fine. All I'm doing is asking, like, how do you see yourself? What do you do to contribute? Why are you here, basically? And it could be like, not everybody has to be here for a specific reason, or maybe they do and they're just not aware of it or something like that, you know? Like, that's like asking a person, why were you born? What purpose do you serve in life? Not everybody's gonna have the answer to that. In fact, I'd argue that most people don't have an answer for that. They were just like, I don't know, I just exist. I'm just here. And maybe later down the line they figure out what their true calling is or something like that. We don't have to have all the answers. We're all just living our lives trying to figure stuff out. Have you changed at all since making this video?
I look right pissed in that video. Yeah, I can go for a drink right about now.
I mean, so can I, but that's not what I asked you. Yeah, ignore the part where I said that I drink. Never mind. I really don't care. I honestly don't care. My body's old enough to drink, so I'm personally under the age of 21, but I'm physically older than that. Just wanted to clear that up. So I drink, damn it, okay? What was your favorite part of the video?
Shit. Well, I will say I was proper touched that you went out and got me that beard, because I didn't have one in my first video, and yeah, I was feeling right dysphoric for not having, for my face being bare, because I'm not used to it. I'm used to having a full-on beard in the world, so the fact that we didn't have one outside, anytime I was fronting in the body, I didn't have no facial hair. It was embarrassing. So The fact that you went out and bought me a beard to wear for whenever I do front in the body, that meant a lot to me. And yeah, I think that was my favourite part. So, thank you, son.
You're welcome, Dad, and I was happy to do it. I'm always happy to look for stuff online that maybe some of my alters would be like, hey, that reminds me of me, or that looks like something I would wear, or that makes me feel more like myself. You know, I have some sort of, maybe I shouldn't get into it, but basically, I got some sort of medical condition so that I have been wearing wigs for like several years. It's not a new thing that I just decided to do one day. It's literally ever since. Anyway, so since I was going out buying wigs anyways, I figured, why not go out and look for wigs that look as close to my alter's hair as possible. Like, obviously, since, I'm not a person who knows how to make wigs, and I don't know anybody who knows how to make wigs, I just gotta make do with whatever I can find online, so I'm never gonna find anything exactly like any of my alter's hair, but I do get lucky sometimes and tend to find some stuff that are pretty close, like my hair, for example. I've never found a wig that looks exactly like my hair. But yeah, anything that I can find that's out there that any of my alters are like, hey, I want that. If you get that, then I would wear it and I would feel more comfortable in this body. Because, none of us like this body. Not only because of the whole system thing, but also because of the trans thing, and it's just none of us feel comfortable in our own skin, and it's a horrible feeling. And here I go again, talking about irrelevant shite when this video is basically over. So, well, I mean, I guess it ain't totally irrelevant. Like, yeah, of course we would have body dysmorphia and gender dysphoria for being trans and for being a system, and potentially also because of the whole autism thing. Who knows? Let me just end it here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you some other time. Bye-bye.
Maybe not. Who fucking knows?